Hey guys, so right now I'm waiting on Dustin to get here. It's the 10th of January and we're going to look at a couple houses today. Tomorrow we're gonna have a really busy day. We're gonna go look at a bunch of houses. The house that we loved-ish a little while ago that was pending came back off the market. I was really excited. I think me and Justin both are getting a little bit, I won't say panicked yet, but I do think that we're feeling more of the pressure of not having a house right now. Over the course of all of that footage, something happened, and it wasn't like on camera, that kind of a thing, but it sort of was, and it took out a lot of the excitement if I were to upload the vlog before I uploaded like the exciting announcement kind of video.
Right.
So, I know that that's vague, but you guys are going to be so excited, and I'm so excited to share it with you. We only have a minute to update you, but we've seen one house and it was awful. But like, I'm not like heartbroken over it because it would have had to be a really good house to make up for the neighborhood. We've seen all of our houses for today.
Yeah.
The second one absolutely stole my heart. That's been probably the only house that I've almost had an emotional reaction to for really no reason. It looked as though probably the couple that lived there were veterinarians or something. They had cats and snakes and tons of books, and like all of their home decoration was like animal stuff, which was cool in and of itself to me because that's like my heart to love animals.
So tell them about the master in that second house.
My love house.
Yeah.
So the house that I love so much, the bedrooms were, when we first walked in, confusing because the first bedroom we came to, gorgeous living room with a really high ceiling, but the first bedroom we were all like, oh, so this is the master, question mark, because it was big. It was a big bedroom.
And it had an attached restroom and a walk-in closet.
So we were like, okay, well the closet's not bad for a master, I guess, and the space in the bedroom's like good, but the bathroom I felt like wasn't small. It just wasn't like, it was weird for a master bath. So then we walked upstairs, and the only thing upstairs, which I love that, the only thing upstairs, you walk into the master bedroom that's so big. We were talking about the only thing really that we would change, that we're not super big fans on, the paint color in the house in a couple rooms is not what we would ideally love, and the carpet is not wonderful, but neither of those things I feel like we have to do to move into a house, so it's fine. But you walk in, it's just the bedroom, and then the bathroom, this sounds dumb, like I almost cried in the bathroom, but I did. I don't know why. I was just like, this is like, if I could plan out a bathroom, this is pretty much it, because
you get your garden tub, you get your stand-up shower, you get a privacy door for the toilet.
Which is something that we've had a hard time with bathrooms with garden tubs.
Yep, and you get a double vanity.
A double vanity. And the closet is so big.
Literally, that could be like a baby's nursery.
It really honestly could be. Well, hello guys. So today is February the... Actually, I don't know what day it is. Today's the 5th, February 5th, in a shocking turn of events. So, I'm waiting on Dustin right now to come over. Today we're actually going to get our marriage license, which is crazy. And it's even crazier that our wedding is officially like less than a month away. Basically, just constant anxiety. And thinking that I've forgotten something. I'm out of breath because I've been cleaning my room like quickly. I thought Dustin was already on his way here before he was on his way here, so I was like rushing around to finish drying my hair and get ready, and then after I was doing all that, he was like, sent me another text and said I'm on my way, and I was like, okay. Basically, what my life has consisted of recently. Since I did Vlogmas-ish in December, I have just been really planning this wedding and kind of just getting ready for that new part of my life. And we've been to one counseling session already. We actually have our second one tonight, and that went pretty well. Other than being like not uncomfortable, but it was just new, so it was like a new uncomfortable, not like an uncomfortable. I wanted to start this vlog here because I keep trying to make this vlog and I keep failing, and I don't know why, other than I have really big news, and it's not just my news though, it's like mine and Dustin's news, so I didn't want to share it without him. I wanted him to be in on it. Okay. We got our marriage license. People behind us have done one of my biggest pet peeves, which is stop their car behind cars to talk. So we're waiting to pull out, but they're just back there chilling.
Yep.
I almost have a new last name.
You applied for the new last name.
I applied. I might not get it. That username may already be taken, but
right.
We'll see. I guess it's time for our news. So, I told you guys that we've been getting ready for wedding stuff. Obviously, this is like our life all the time, every moment that we're awake now, I feel like.
Yep.
But something else that happened that we haven't told you guys that I'm very excited about. Probably around, I can't remember what the first house that we looked at, when that was. It
The
was,
very first house?
It was like, Drew was still here, so it was August or before.
Yeah, it would have been, June or July probably.
We started looking for houses a long time ago, and have actively been looking and not having like any luck.
We found a few that we liked, and we put in offers on a few, and none of them were ever agreeable.
There was one that I feel like we offered 3 times on, and we really wanted that house, even though there were a few things that were like not necessarily alarming, but we definitely were gonna have to have fixed, or like updated. And the people selling the house just didn't want to do that. So we tried for a long time on that house, and then finally I think we were just like, okay, we've got to move on and see what else is happening. We started kind of playing with the idea of getting an apartment because we just couldn't find anything, and then we started talking about just buying like a house, any house, or even renting, just so that we could have something, because at this point Dustin's grandparents and parents started to offer us furniture and things, and I think that both, like, we appreciated getting the furniture, but it almost made us a little bit more flustered in the mindset of like, we don't know
what we need.
Yeah, we don't know where we're putting any of this. So
is this a 1-bedroom apartment, a studio apartment? Is this a 3-bedroom house? Like, we have no idea.
Right. So like, and we didn't want to say no to anything. Like, no, we don't want that, or we don't use that, or we can't, whatever. When really, like, we were at the point where we were about to have to start saying, okay, we can't take anymore because we might not have a place for this. All that to say, in January, yeah, it was after Christmas.
Yep.
Shortly after Christmas, though, we went out and looked at a couple houses. We looked at 4, I think, that day.
Yeah. And
I actually vlogged, so I can have the footage from some of it. In one house we went in, walking through it it's gorgeous. And the other thing about looking for houses was me and Dustin had a list of a few things that we knew we really wanted, but this being the first house that either of us have invested in, I started to think maybe we have like set the bar a little too high, and we were gonna have to back off of some of the things that we want. Like, I really wanted a garden tub, not only because they're pretty, but because to me, I don't like taking a bath where you stand most of the time, because I'm just a spoiled American, I guess.
And I wanted a garage so that if I wasn't there, Sarah could come in to a garage that the door shuts and she's secure, so she's not parking away from the front door and having to walk to the front door in the dark at night without me there.
The garage thing was a big deal for us, bigger than what I thought it was, because then we started looking in a couple places that didn't have garages, and both of us would say when we got there, oh, but it doesn't have a garage. Like, we were both thinking it, because Dustin always makes the point of like having to bring in groceries if it's raining, and really that can go as far as trying to get little babies out of the car in the car seat, and all this other stuff's going on. The other big thing that we really almost did not want to settle on, that got to be pretty impossible, was having land. The place that we live at, well, Dustin lives, I don't live out here yet, or even in where I live now, it's not a popular thing to have land anymore for some reason. And the way that houses are built, it's like if you sneeze in your house, your neighbor is like, bless you, because you're that close to each other. It's crazy.
Bless you.
So we knew that we didn't want that. There was one house that we looked at that was very pretty on the inside, and pretty much like color scheme wise and everything, appliances, floors, was awesome. So we kind of got in a weird like, yeah, it'll do kind of thing, because the land was definitely not perfect. It was more than what we thought we were going to get with it, but you were very close to your neighbors. So when we got to that one, I was very much thinking like, okay, this is the one, and that's fine. We'll find a way to like make the backyard work, and it is what it is. My nose started running when we were filling out our form, and it was really embarrassing. And when we brought it back up, I had to be like, do you have a tissue, for no reason? And then I believe what happened with that one was once we got ready to make an offer, it was already off the market.
Yes.
Yeah, already had gone. So we were like,
and we were gonna put in an offer that same exact day.
Right.
And literally somebody beat us to it.
Right. Back to the day that we look at a couple houses that I have vlog footage from. We go in this one, it's so pretty, the land is so nice, and it has this beautiful backyard, and it does have neighbors, but not nearly close to be like bothersome. I feel like one of the neighbors is a tiny bit close, but it makes up for it because the other side, there's so much land, there's like a creek between and everything, so there's a porch in the backyard, there's already a part that's caged in for a dog, tons of storage room in that house.
Tons.
And the master bath is gorgeous. The ceilings in that house were very tall. Someone laughed and I thought a car was stalling. This whole time I've been talking, they've been back there this whole time. When we left the last house that we looked at that day, I was like, I very much, even on the way to that one, I couldn't stop talking about the one that we had just seen. And strangely enough, that was the first and only house that while we were walking through it, I got a little bit teary-eyed, and it was just because I was like, this is our house. This is the one I can see us living in the most. And we looked at the last house that day, and when we were finished, I was like, I mean, that's my fave, and Dustin said that it was his favorite too, so we went ahead and put an offer in. And long story short, in a very long process, we will be closing on our house in 10 days.
What?
And I can't, that was a really bad high five.
Alright, hold on, take two. Did I just
no,
cut
I
you
did.
off again?
Yeah, I did it, but you weren't high-fiving me
Sorry.
like I thought you were.
Cut, and now take three. That was not a good one.
Fine.
Let's do it again. One more
So,
time.
they're not good. We got our house. I can't wait to show you guys when the people that are in it move out, like an empty house tour. I hope that we're gonna have time for that, because the only thing about that house that we did get worried about, I almost choked on my gum, the people couldn't move out until the week that we got married, and we were like, oh.
Nope.
So we were gonna make that work anyways, but Dustin asked if they could bump that back a little, and they could just by 1 week, but that gives us 2 whole weeks to get moved in and get stuff going. So I can't wait to show you guys everything, and I'm so excited to have our own house. Last night I was just like weepy thinking about being in it, and we have so much furniture already. Yep. I can't wait to show you guys that we've gotten killer deals on, because most of it has been like hand-me-down furniture that we're thrilled about.
Yep.
And then we went to an antique store and got a breakfast table, chairs, and a coffee table, all for less than $100 because of a really good sale that day. So we're doing good, but my camera's gonna die. I'm gonna go with Dustin here to the grocery store. It's not good because of this. I'm trying to get you like this, and you're just sliding.
Okay. There it is. That was a good one. One more. Yeah.
Oh, that one was loud.
Sorry,
That guy didn't like that.
We can do it.
Okay.